So a couple of weeks out from the draft, and it is hard to find something fresh. There's a lot of stale takes and angles that have been hashed and rehashed several times, just looking at mock drafts and BPA and Big Board and all that stuff. But Rhett Lewis, NFL Network host, he did a really interesting first-round mock draft where he went need versus BPA. Now, we are team BPA all the way, and for the Vikings, it came out pretty interesting. So let's scroll. So up at the top, of course, Jaguars, Hutchinson. So he has need Hutchinson, BPA Hutchinson, and the pick is Hutchinson. Sure, that makes sense. 2, Lions. So need Kyle Hamilton, BPA Hamilton. Yes, agree there. And then the pick is Hamilton. Texans. So they need Sticky Ikwonu to be that guy to replace Laramie Tunsil. BPA, he's got Stingley at 3. Ooh, spicy. I like it. But the pick goes to Ikwonu. So sometimes need does outweigh BPA, even though I disagree with it, because you draft the best player available. You draft for need later on in the draft. You check the box. You need a tight end. You need edge rusher. You need this, that, or other thing. Or you do that as with UDFAs, or you certainly do that in free agency. You fill in needs there, but whatever. 4, Jets need Thibodeau. BPA Thibodeau. Pick Thibodeau. 5, Giants need Devin Lloyd. Spicy. It's more caliente. I think Devin Lloyd is easily a first-round talent, but top 5, ooh, Charles Cross, BPA, yes, taking Charles Cross, working with Andrew Thomas. The Panthers, so need Evan Neal, who fell out of the top 5 for some reason. BPA was Ikwonu, except Ekwanu's already gone, so he's not really BPA. All right, 7. Wow. So need Derek Stingley Jr., BPA, Trent McDuffie, because Stingley, hold on. All right, so Stingley is still on the board. So McDuffie, wow. So hold on. McDuffie is the first cornerback off the board? Wow. I mean, I love me some Trent McDuffie, but I love me some Sauce Gardner and Derek Stingley. So crazy. All right, so what does it say here? Simulation is clearly trying to upgrade the Giants secondary with franchise second top 10 pick. I'm not entirely sure why the need and BPA options end up being different players in the same position, and I would personally rather see Sauce Gardner here, the Giants. Oh, it's your mock draft. You could do it, man. Anyway, Falcons need Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean staying in Georgia would be fantastic. But BPA Sauce Gardner, yes. Sauce Gardner and AJ Terrell, I mean, that's trouble. That's trouble, man. I mean, that's a fantastic cornerback duo. 9, Seahawks. So need Trent McDuffie, stay in Washington, except he's off the board. So why not just take Stingley? BPA is Karlaftis, which seems a little bit high. But Greek Freak going to Seattle. Okay, 10. All right, so need is Sauce Gardner. And BPA is Evan Neal, even though both are off the board. And then the pick is Derek Stingley Jr. Apparently this is a simulator. So that's why things are a little bit interesting. Need Jameson, BPA, Drake, Vikings. So the Vikings at 12. Need George Karlaftis, the Greek Freak, who went 9 to the Seahawks. BPA is Travon Walker. Yes, Travon Walker would be the best player available at this point. Although, all right, so Stingley is gone, right? I just want to triple check. Sauce, McDuffie, it's Stingley gone. All right, so yes. In this spot, Travon Walker falling down to 12, that would be a dream. Would be a dream, man. This is what you wrote up. Well, this is an absolute no-brainer. Yes, Karlaftis is already gone, but if Walker remains on the board for the Vikings pick, I mean, Walker could go number 1. I mean, again, this is nothing against Karlaftis. I think that he's phenomenal coming out of Purdue, but Travon Walker has a chance to be the best edge rusher in this draft. But obviously, if these are at 12, yes. But if Walker remains on the board for the Vikings pick, they'll be off the clock about as quickly as it takes new GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah to write the Georgia's product name on the card. Apparently, given that Walker's name didn't even come up until number 12, PFF is concerned about the rawness of his skill set and relative lack of college production. He's an upside prospect, no doubt, but it's hard to not get excited about the ultra-smooth, explosive aspects of his game. I think that he does... He does have some Danielle Hunter in him in the fact that he was on such a talented defense that he wasn't really able to shine. He did a lot of the dirty work. I think that his best football is going to be in the pros versus in college. Danielle Hunter, but more stand-up ability. I do think that the Aldon Smith comps are applicable. They are the best of Aldon Smith. I mean, Travon Walker could be a problem. He is going to be an issue where you can have him stand up outside linebacker, hand the dirt defensive end, 5 tech, wide 9. I mean, you could do a lot of stuff with him. And I understand, well, they have Za'Darius and Danielle Hunter. Their health isn't a slam dunk, even though, knock on wood, it's going to be. But, I mean, if Ed Donatel can't find a way to play Danielle and Za'Darius and Travon Walker on the field at the same time and DJ Wanham, we need a new defense coordinator. Ed Donatel will figure a way to get things out, especially since you're not running a static front like in previous years. You're running a multiple front, and you're going to be attacking. So, I mean, this would be fantastic. It would be phenomenal. All right, let's just go through picks because I'm like tilted now. Garrett Wilson, G-Dub to the Texans. That's a lot of fun. Devin Lloyd to the Ravens. He just seems like a Raven, doesn't he? Great leader. Just another great Ravens linebacker. Makes sense. Linderbaum to the Eagles. He gets to replace the guy that he's comped to all the time, Jason Kelsey. Jameson Williams to the Saints. I love that pick, so they can shelve him for a year. Devontae Wyatt going to the Chargers. Oof. Man, I like that one a lot. Nakobe Dean going to the Eagles. So the Eagles get Linderbaum and Nakobe Dean. Two, like, undersized but great hearts, great leaders. Fantastic. Sling and Sam Howell goes to the Saints. So he's the first quarterback off the board. Saints have their choice of quarterbacks. Well, Saints had their choice of quarterbacks earlier, and I wouldn't dick around at 16. Like, I mean, there's a chance that teams could obviously the Chargers and probably not the Eagles are going to take a quarterback, but I wouldn't dick around with the team trading up there and leapfrogging you. So I would have just taken the quarterback. I would have taken Howell at 16 if he's your quarterback 1. 20, so the Steelers get Malik Willis, just falls down to them. Amazing. 21, Chris Olave, trying to freshen up the wide receiver room even more. 22, Packers get Kyle Lam. So maybe they're already planning to lose Jar Alexander for agency because they can't afford him. But yeah, Kyle Lam and Jar. Also Eric Stokes, the pride of Georgia in there. It's a nice secondary. Jordan Davis going to the Cardinals. I like that pick a lot. 24, David Ojabo. So the Cowboys, they swung and missed a free agency on a bunch of edge rushers. But Ojabo, they can sit for a year. And then him and Randy Gregory getting after it. Or not Randy Gregory, but yeah, Michael Parsons. I'm really good with names. I'm just really good. Yeah, but Ojabo coming off that Achilles is going to be fine. Kenyon Green going to the Bills. I love it. He's freshening along the interior offensive line. Jermaine Johnson, the second. The Pride of Eden Prairie going to the Tennessee Titans. 27, the Bucks get some more cornerback help and some length in Andrew Booth. Treylon Burks goes to the Packers. That sucks because I love me some Treylon Burks, and now I hate him with the Fury of 1,000 Suns. Brian Asamoah, the great linebacker from Oklahoma, heads up north to Kansas City, as well as Jalen Petrie. Ooh, Baylor sneaking in the first round. I think Petrie, I think that he has a chance to be just a fantastic player. I would love to see him into the first round. It's good to see. 31, Lewis Sign coming in from Georgia. Just another freak athlete from the Georgia Bulldogs defense. I mean, that's crazy, man. That might be one of the best college defenses of all time. But Lewis goes into the Cincinnati Bengals, where they certainly need some help in the secondary. Although, like him and Jesse Bates, that's really nice. I mean, also they got Von Bell. Whatever. Could have gone corner. 32, Lions. Sky Moore. He does it. He does it, gets to the first round. I think Sky Moore is going to be a fantastic player because not only does he have the speed and quickness and route running ability, he's just a dog. Like, he is just a tough player, man. He's tougher than a $2 steak, and he's going to get after it and contest the catch spots. So, I mean, him and Amon St. Brown, man, that's a great duo. That's a really, really good duo. But anyways, so that's an interesting trek down the need versus BPA mock draft put up by Rhett Lewis of NFL Network. The Vikings end up with Travon Walker. It was a long way to get there, but I ain't mad at all. Because, yeah, even though you got Za'Darius, you have Danielle, you have DJ Wanham, you have Patrick Jones, you have Janarius, you have Willikis, you have James Lynch. Don't care. Do not care. Travon Walker is going to be the BPA. He's a guy who could be the number 1 overall pick. It will be shocking at this point if he gets out of the top 5. If he gets to 12, slam. You know, that 10-minute clock, 2 seconds. 1-2. That is it. But your thoughts are thoughts. Rhett Lewis says, a need versus BPA draft. The Vikings end up with Travon Walker. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work, put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.